Goodbye to another intern, and I'll tell you, this intern. One of the first questions you got to ask this intern as he closes his internship here is, how did it feel to be named after Speedy's Uncle Duke?
Yeah, it felt pretty good. I was very honored.
Now, you didn't know the story prior to that?
I really didn't, so I was a little confused at first. But after I knew the story, I did feel honored to have the name.
And what is the story, to make sure you have it right?
Yeah. That Speedy has a uncle who's a famous ballet dancer.
World renowned.
Yes.
Ballet dancer named
Uncle Duke.
That's right, Uncle Duke. And so when you receive that name,
and he wears a sweater.
Right.
It looks like a turtleneck that you zip up.
You know, your Uncle Duke would like that sweater you have on today. He would like that Count Chocula.
How do you know that, Rick?
I would just think that he would probably find it, since he lives in cold climates usually.
Okay.
And the places all over the world.
Isn't he studying in Germany now, or whatever they do?
Yeah, I have an update, by the way. Keep talking to him. Hold on. I wrote it down.
You mean to tell me you have an Uncle Duke update for 2010?
And you've been holding it?
So, Uncle Duke, you stepped into this show. What were your expectations going in?
I just expected to have a great time, to learn a lot, and I mean, I didn't really have a whole ton of expectations. I knew it was going to be great, but I didn't know exactly what to expect while I was here.
What are you studying? What do you want to do with your life?
I'm going into broadcast journalism. I just graduated this past Friday.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, from Troy University. And
just when you think that's a big accomplishment, you look around and realize that we found a way to get out of college, and you kind of go, you know, but still, did you make good grades?
I did.
Really? Okay. Well, then there is a difference. Yeah.
But right now, as far as what I'm doing now, I'm as y'all mentioned earlier, this season I am engaged now to the beautiful Jessica Brewer.
Do you have a date on when you're going to get married?
The date's a little up in the air right now. We were thinking June 25th tentatively, but we're not certain if that's really going to work, depending on what the availability of the places we're looking at to get married.
Well, you're dancing and how far that'll take you.
Yeah, let me throw this too at you, Uncle Duke, because this is a question that's going to happen, and I think Bubba will support me here. I think before I got the date locked down, I'd get a job locked down, because that dad's going to ask you that question. How will you provide for my daughter?
Yeah, were you listening to John Kroll there?
Yeah.
He ran that list.
Right. So I think I'd get that secure.
That's been my primary focus throughout this whole thing. As far as the venue and dates and stuff like that, I've been giving my opinion, but that's been primarily Jessica's.
Yeah, because those folk songs of "We're married and we don't care about income and we ride in a van and sleep by lakes," that sounds good in a folk song.
Yeah.
But most dads don't wish that for their daughter.
It sounds like it would be a nice vacation if that was not the norm.
Right.
If you had another place to stay.
You know how people who live in places, we all go other places.
Yeah.
You don't if you go on a camping trip, hey, that's fun. Mm-hmm. But if that's your everyday grind, suddenly it loses its luster a little bit.
Right. Which I mean, I was out all last week because I was down in the Dothan Enterprise Troy area doing job searching all last week.
So you're going to live in that area, the Wiregrass?
Were you on Bama Bells?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Bama Bells.
You haven't heard about the show about the women of Dothan?
I have not.
Dothan, Alabama.
That's right. I want to watch it.
Yeah, but I'm looking down there because Jessica is a teacher down in that area.
So she's got a job.
So she's got a job. She'll carry you.
Yes, you're good. You're fine. You're fine.
She'll carry. No,
Tell me you're a student or you're a writer or you're writing a novel while she works.
Right. Or a dancer.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a job. Thank you.
I'm just trying to help you out.
So what field are you looking in? Are you going to go in the field you studied, or you got other possibilities?
I would like to go into the field I studied, broadcast, either TV or radio. Either way, I'm more intrigued by the actual production side of it rather than the reporting side, like the news side of it.
Behind the camera instead of front of it.
Yeah, I would want
and we saw some of your skill in that ability, and and now the title of the first intern to drop a very expensive $10,000 camera.
That's right.
Yes. So yes, thank you for that.
Was that you that knocked that baby over?
The first time. The second time it was not me.
Well, you know what? We'll keep
Uncle Duke,
let's take that out of the resume.
He wanted to make clear that he was not the one that put it out of commission. He just took the viewfinder off so we couldn't tell what we were pointing it at.
You broke the viewfinder, and Sergeant Pepper broke the actual camera.
Yes.
Well, the one thing I would add to this
Got the
too,
bill on that.
since you're going to work in the Dothan area, and we can speak from experience, they will hire and fire you quite a few times.
Yes.
We've been hired and fired in Dothan more than any other market we have.
That's what I understand.
Yeah, they'll rip us from the airwaves in a second, put us back on, rip us again. So just want to give you a heads up there. I don't know that us on your resume there is going to help much, unfortunately.
Right.
Well, every little bit helps, even if it does just help a little bit.
Right.
Although I feel like that they loved us here at Channel 4, but
That's
you
right.
know,
That's right.
we
What was
did
that
a
lady
couple
that
of
interviewed
bits with
y'all?
them over
Yeah,
there.
the lady that interviews, what was the legend there?
I do gotta say though, I mean,
Mimi Butler.
doing the call screening, I've had several callers from the Dothan area mention how they wish you were still down there.
Right. We've
So-
sold a lot of XM radios in Dothan.
Yeah.
I mean,
And the man behind your name, just to give you an update, because I know you probably get
Here's
asked.
an Uncle Duke
you know,
update.
folks probably ask you,
Uncle
what?
Duke.
Why do you have Uncle Duke? What's this deal?
I
with
have
the name?
had several people ask me that.
Yeah.
actually,
Well, he lives in North Germany. I think it's
You're right, Bubba.
Bochum, I believe is the name.
I'm sure you're all over that.
Bockham?
He teaches professional dancers and does choreography for different dance companies. He also, why do you have your hand over your mouth?
But nothing. I just got something on my face.
Okay. He teaches dancing to kids in different art schools.
This
He
is
has
your
a
un- this is
beautiful
Speedy's-
daughter.
Speedy's
that,
uncle,
hadn't you?
his daddy's
Speedy's-
brother.
Speedy's Uncle Duke.
He has
now,
a
now you
beau-
keep
he-
saying
he-
dance. Is it specifically ballet, or is this like ballroom dance or anything?
ballet.
It's hard to say, wasn't it?
No, I'm fine. He has a beautiful wife.
And we're glad you said that.
Unless
We
they-
all were. Well, I mean, if you got to admit the resume up to that
And-
point,
and watches
it could have
on-
went, it
watches
could have
on-
went either way.
Hard to understand. Watches on UStream.
But
There
could it
you
went
go.
either way?
Yep.
I'm just calling.
And beautiful daughter.
Greg, what
That
you're
helps,
saying is,
too.
is Uncle Duke, once he says
Well-
what he does for a living, probably introduces his own wife. pretty
And
quick.
they've got
Pretty
Yes,
quick.
he does. I bet he keeps her next to him a lot.
They've got property on the
wife.
Danube River, which is right around Budapest, Hungary.
That'd be
That'd be
That'd
Budapest.
be
There,
Budapest.
Did you say Budapest? Did you just say Budapest?
Budapest.
I'm so shook up because of this. so
But
if
you got to admit, it is intriguing that Speedy's dad's brother,
Unbelievable.
who was going to
And
school
how
at,
did they
at
name-
Southern Miss, that had no interest in dancing on a kind of, I guess, was it a dare he went
Oh,
to
now-
do something?
yeah, he was gonna. It was at USM. He got in the Nutcracker. He did. He got in the Nutcracker
How
and
did
did such a
you
good
end
job.
up with his name? I wouldn't hear.
He
that
looks
day.
like him.
That guy that calls in Uncle Duke all the time.
Okay.
Rick and Bubba.
You said hello and put me on hold.
And Rick, the year is almost over for us, but we were just discussing in the break some exciting interviews and stories for next year.
Oh boy, and I mean some
And,
doozies.
we're looking forward to that.
It's looking good.
Up next, an update live from East Germany or is it West Germany.
One of them.
Well, it's all one Germany now.
Well, I know, but what part does he?
He
live?
said north a minute ago.
Did he? Okay.
But
Of course,
I-
that don't
you
mean
know,
he also
that-
said Budapest.
Yeah, that information Speedy had may be a little suspect.
Germany.
Northern Germany.
Why y'all so intrigued about my Uncle Duke?
Well,
You
here's
brought it up.
Let me tell you what,
Huh?
You brought it up.
robbing this audience of an incredible success story from Southern Miss to the World Ballet stage, to me, is a great story. And I'm just not going to stand here and get away of it. I mean, I'm not going to let you
I
stop
got.
it.
I got a couple.
If I had a uncle who was world renowned in anything,
I agree with
I
this.
would let you interview because I would be proud and shocked.
There's a lot of relatives
that they've made it.
that I'd like to.
Well,
interview.
look right here.
Of y'all.
I didn't hold back having a brother that is world renowned on the things he can do with breaking wind. I mean, did I hold him away from the show? Did I bring him on?
Rick.
Here's the deal. I will
I'm gonna
book.
tell you what, when
I
he
will
when
book-
he does Dixie,
Oh,
it's unbelievable,
it really is.
unbelievable.
Now he's got
Not
a
a
change
dry eye
shortly
in the
after
house.
that.
And he throws out a frump and a double tweeter.
I'm not gonna say anything.
What I love is his facial expressions while it's
They're
going on.
lying.
too.
They're making stuff
So
up.
so Uncle Duke in
And he doesn't even
2011.
have to have sheet music.
I will book Uncle Duke if I can talk to your cousin,
Which one? The painter or the Polynesian?
Polynesian.
That'd be a 0 no.
How about no?
No, maybe so. Why not? There's nothing to hide there. It's a sweet, precious little kid story.
Little kids, how old are you?
I mean, I got it.
18.
I got to admit. I mean, if you're driving to go see your cousin, you might want to draw the line.
That's a good point.
But if y'all could get through Uncle Duke,
I could.
without
There's no
without
question I could.
trying to make fun of him because I mean he's
do you want
world
me to do
renowned.
the interview?
Make fun
You
of
want me
it.
just to do it one-on-one?
Yeah, how about
I'll be
Bubba?
glad to do it.
How about Bubba does a one-on-one interview?
Because I'm
with
proud
Uncle
of him. I
Duke?
mean,
Can I do
he's
the
got a
interview?
beautiful family.
Why don't you do the interview?
And you keep bringing
and
that
just
up, and I'll
record
wait.
it
What do
and
y'all-
bring it in. I just want to know all about how he went from South Mississippi to a world-renowned ballet person
I agree with that.
in Germany. I mean, you got to admit, what town did you say he
I got
lived
his
in,
phone
by the
number.
way?
Here's his home
Let's
phone
call
number.
him right now.
All right, here we go.
I
You're
would-
gonna call him?
011.
It's probably middle of the night over there in Budapest.
Do you know the time over in Budapest?
It's
Speedy,
probably
you could
it's a
call him
little
and do
after
it.
dinner.
He
It's
don't know.
nighttime.
He has no idea.
You don't know.
Yeah, I do. It's
What-
it's nighttime.
No, we can't call with 7 minutes left.
All right,
Hardly
here's
any.
y'all
what-
are all talk.
Here's what we'll do. We'll let
You're all
we'll interview. If
They
it,
are. They're all talk.
if it make you happy, we'll interview him and pre-record it, and we'll hear this incredible.
Make me happy. I think it's going to make y'all happy because
No,
I'm perfectly.
If it makes me happy, it's going to be live. Okay, that's
I'm
when
calling
that's
him.
when that's when I'll
Give me
be
that
with,
number.
I'll be zipping.
You remember-
because Uncle Duke
Give me that
doesn't
number.
realize the hype around him.
Do you,
know, he doesn't know. He's going to be very.
Oh, he's used to hype. He's world-renowned.
yeah, but he's going to be thrown back. That I mean, he's such a big character. Here
He's
on the show.
pranced in some of the finest opera houses
Sure
in
he
the world.
Bubba,
See, it's right at dinner time there. I told y'all.
how about this? Every time you get a
I didn't
Christmas,
miss it. What did you say? I was looking at. I
Oh,
was
it
looking
was
for the
outstanding.
time.
I didn't miss it. What'd you say?
What'd you say?
I was talking
in the
to-
break, in my opinion, just my
I
opinion.
said he's used to this kind of hype.
yeah. He's. I mean, he's danced on stages all across this world.
Sure.
Does
he
every
has.
Started
year
with the Nutcracker.
every year on Christmas does he send you a picture of him dressed as like he was in the
No,
Nutcracker?
actually, he sends me a picture of him and his beautiful family looking over
Again,
the
here he
mountains
goes
there
again.
in Germany.
Speedy has to mention the family every
Oh,
time.
look, I'm just gonna.
Well,
put,
he's with the family.
Okay,
Greg.
look, I get it. I
How about
understand.
this?
But
I-
it is
ain't
amazing
right.
Your
how
Christmas
much.
card's probably going to have Lisa in it and the kids. Wouldn't you think? What are you going to be? Your Christmas card's going to have you.
No,
and
it's
the
just
8
got
puppies with
kids.
you.
It's got kids in it.
You 8 puppies in a tall neck.
Yeah.
Huh?
He's
He's
wounded.
wounded. That's what
So
I was
you're going to tell me just straight up, and just give me one answer. I don't want to hear you jump. When he got married, y'all were relieved. True or false?
I never questioned his sexuality.
I'm just asking a question.
Oh,
That ain't what
now
I
you
asked.
lied.
You. True or false?
I never
Right here at
did.
Christmas.
I never did.
Right here at
oh, his
Christmas.
hetero all the way.
Well, I knew
his
I'm
be
not
stomping
saying he
around.
wasn't. I'm just saying when you read his
Big old
resume,
cup.
it's good to add. Yeah. they have to-
It takes quite a man to get out there and do what he does.
I'm just going to say, Speedy, that in my opinion, and others in the break, you got a little defensive and you started lashing
Look,
out.
here's
at everybody.
Duke. Here's Duke when he was a
Where-
boy.
where's the mountain
Look,
shot?
Look,
Where's
here's
the
Duke
mountain
when he was
shot?
a boy, right here. This is Duke, and my other Uncle Bill.
He looks like Billy
and,
Elliot.
And then here he is riding.
Now, one's a
his-
sheriff, right? Is Bill the sheriff?
No, that's
Who's-
my uncle there. That's my other uncle. That's my dad's sister's husband.
Can you
So,
draw that out for me? I'm getting confused.
My dad's sister is Terry, and she's married to Mike.
thought your
who's-
wife's
who's
name
the
was Terry.
sheriff.
Yeah.
Oh, that was your
And
wife's
then
name.
here, and
Where's
here,
the picture on that? Look how much he looks like Speedy in the face.
No question.
You
Oh,
resemble.
Now, he does, and you
Zoom
remember,
in.
Don't you start.
Do you
Zoom
remember-
in.
Greg, I'm
Zoom
gonna come
in.
punch you in your little goodies shirt.
No, do you
Zoom
remember, do you
in.
remember the picture he had?
Zoom
no,
in
no
on
shirts
that.
today going from you.
Speedy, zoom in.
He
Zoom
went and
in.
bought every color at goodies.
Yeah, they were going
Zoom
out of
in and look
business.
at the family resemblance. Y'all
Guys,
favor
I don't understand why this is
unbelievable.
such a taboo
That
subject.
does look a lot
Look,
like Speedy.
y'all
It
look
looks
Speedy, I
just
mean,
like him.
wow, y'all look alike.
Go put on some of them tight pants and a
Look
big
at the
cup.
eyes.
Surely you see
Look
that
at the
you
guys.
look. That
I'd
you
Go
like
to.
to have a guy in tight pants.
Look, Speedy, do this. Zoom
Is
in
that
again
his
and
son
go
beside him?
stand. Go stand by the monitor.
Go stand by
yeah,
the
just
monitor.
stand by it so we can see the comparison.
What did you just say?
Because I said stand by the monitor.
Seriously, I'm gonna come punch you.
All right,
All right,
Speedy,
right?
do you?
I'm gonna pull a
do
Kyle
you-
Maynard
Look,
on you.
stay
I can't
still.
believe you just said
Stay
that.
still.
Look, do
What
you?
are you doing?
How
Hold
can
on.
do you agree, Speedy, to say yes? We look alike because you do.
No, I don't have any hair.
Watch right here.
Well, he doesn't either.
Look, it's the same face. It's the same face.
Look at that.
They favor a lot.
Favor a lot.
What you remember the
You
picture
don't-
we
you
had
don't
of him?
see
when
You
he
know what
was
I'm gonna
doing
do?
this?
I'm
You don't
you know what I'm
see
gonna do?
that?
I'm a Never mind.
No, do you remember the picture they sent? It was an article at something over there in northern Germany, and he was like doing this. Remember that one?
That wasn't him.
Yes, it was.
Are you
Yes.
talking about when he was laying on the ground looking up?
Was that what he was doing?
Well, you-
That was a dance. It was a dance.
But
don't
you
you-
remember they were
well,
talking
Y'all,
about him?
you know what y'all are? You're mean as a
But he
snake.
looked
no,
younger
and,
in that
I've said
picture.
this over and over. You don't need to hold your sons back. I bet they are dancers. And you don't need to you don't need to hold them back.
No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, to rob them of the chance
Well,
they could be world
yeah, well,
renowned.
that's gonna mean.
I mean,
look,
they
like,
could be
I don't
world-renowned.
think that because that means Taylor's gonna be a drinker, and so I don't think that's the case.
No, they could be more like me because I'm an uncle.
Ooh,
You know, it's
Good point.
Greg went, ooh.
ooh.